Hey, good afternoon, sports fans. PBnZ Sports Chaos. We're bringing the chaos this week live from the Greenwood Wine and Spirits in Wakefield, Massachusetts. We've been here before. What happened last time we were here?
Oh, you predicted the NBA championship of Toronto Raptors over the Golden State Warriors before the playoffs even started. Pretty amazing. Good job, Z.
There we go. Hey, by the way, as you know, we love our local brews. We got some guys coming in to talk momentarily from who's fueling us this week. The fellas from Bentwater Brewing in
Bentwater, yep.
Bentwater
in
Brewing
Lynn, Mass.
in Lynn, Massachusetts. Yes. Lynn, City of Sin, is coming in with a few brews for us this week, and here he is.
And here he is.
Here's our man.
All right, what are we trying here?
What are we sampling?
So I got some of our most popular IPAs for you. I got Thunder Funk, just our traditional West Coast IPA, really
Thunder
popular.
Funk, I love it. Okay.
7.2% ABV.
Oh, Lyft, Uber, somebody come help me.
Next we got Sluice Juice, which is New England style IPA, available year round, 6.5%, really smooth, nice lime citrus to it. And then over here we got a limited release double IPA, equivalent exchange, 8%, really smooth. Just gave you guys a sample of it right there, really nice.
It is.
We got the double
I like
right
it.
here.
You got the double
All
right.
right, you guys got tap room hours, right?
Yes, you can come check us out. We're at 180 Commercial Street in Lynn.
Ooh, that's down by the water, right?
Right there, right.
Oh, what can you
Right in
can't
the old
beat that.
lumberyard.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so,
and what are the tap room hours?
We're open Thursday to Sunday. Thursday we open up at 3. Over the weekend we open up right around noon.
Okay.
And go till 11 and midnight.
Wow.
Nice. Hey, fantastic. Thank you very much for stepping
Thank
in.
you, guys.
Appreciate it. This is
Yeah.
good beer, man. Love
Thank
it.
you. Have a good one.
Love it. Thank you.
Enjoy the show, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Hey, as usual, we got a little 2-minute update coming for you. We'll talk a little Women's World Cup, what's going on there. We're going to talk a little about the NHL and the NBA. The NHL and the NBA are both having their drafts. Just NBA concluded. NHL's going on. NHL had a little award ceremony this past week as well. And then we got a little fun, little entertainment for you. We're going to talk about 3 sport cities, right? So cities that only have 3 major league sports. Soccer's not included, right? Correct?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
It's only the 4 major sports. All right. Hey, by the way, for you Massachusetts sports fans out there, Duxbury High School did not win the lacrosse championship this season. Sorry to hear, but it's over. Duxbury was not in the finals, nor did they win it. I know that's a shock, but it didn't happen. Anyways, PB, do you know what? A little historical reference. 25 years ago, last Monday, June 17th, 1994. Do you know what happened?
Oh, man.
It was a cultural day. It was a sports day. Historical
It's
context.
also Bunker Hill Day. June 17th.
Bunker Hill Day. Yes. Okay.
I don't know. It wasn't the Battle of Bunker Hill because that was
All right.
25 years ago, I think.
Let me tell you what happened.
All right.
Arnold Palmer, remember him? One of the greatest golfers of all
Sure.
time. Played his last round at the U.S. Open ever. It was also the start of the first FIFA World Cup on USA soil, 1994. First time it ever happened before. The Knicks played Game 5 in the NBA Finals. The last time they've ever been to the NBA Finals, so that's historical right there in itself. The Rangers from New York, I can't believe we're talking 2 things about New York, but we are. The Rangers held their parade for their Stanley Cup champions, the last time they ever won a Stanley Cup championship, 1994. And the cultural reference, the White Bronco Chase. Do you remember that?
Oh, OJ.
OJ and the White Bronco Chase, 1994, June 17, 25 years ago. All that happened in the same day.
Hey, I got one for you. That 1994 World Cup that was
Yes.
in the U.S. Do you know who won it that year?
I do not. Who?
Brazil.
Brazil. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Brazil partied in East Cambridge that day, I guarantee you. All right. Hey, little Red Sox action. Red Sox had a 6-game winning streak, their best of the year. It was snapped last week in a 17-inning game. That was a great game, by the way. They're now 8-1 though in the last 9, so they're playing pretty good. By the way, Craig Kimbrell, we said he's not walking through those doors anytime soon. He pitched a little 3-inning stint for the Cubs minor league team, so he's on his way back. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, and by the way, in baseball, did you hear this one? The Rays apparently want to be bi-country. They are now going to play in Canada and Tampa Bay. Tampa in the spring, Montreal, or wherever they're going to be in the summer.
Insane.
What do you
I like
think of
that. I like it.
What are they going to be called? What's the team name going to be called?
Tampa Real.
Tampa Real. I like it all. Like a little soccer reference. Okay. Hey, speaking of little DYKs in baseball, do you know what happened this past week? CC Sabathia became only the third left-hander to throw 250 wins and 3,000 strikeouts plus. Can you name the other two lefties, 250 plus, 3,000 plus Ks?
Man. Steve Carlton?
Steve Carlton from the
Really?
field.
Wow. All right.
I am surprised
Steve
you came out. I would have thought that would be the hardest one to get. All right, what's
All
the
right.
other guy?
Tom Seaver?
Seaver was right-hander. You're
Was he
close,
righty?
but he was a righty.
Oh, okay. Lefty. Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson.
Okay. All right.
6'9", 6'8". He's like the Sedano Shara of pitching, right? There you go.
Cool.
All right, man. Hey, by the way, you like this one? Houston Rockets. There's a little turmoil down there. Apparently, Chris Paul and James Harden are not getting along. I don't get it. Here's what I think about that. When I first saw that State Farm commercial and James Harden let that aluminum foil thing blow up in Chris Paul's microwave oven, I would have hated him after that as well, wouldn't you? For Christ's
He's
sakes.
like, oh, my beard's dope. My beard's dope.
Oh my God! All right, hey, all right. This David Ortiz thing keeps changing by the day, right? The whole story's out of control. Now 11 guys are indicted, right? It's unbelievable. Apparently, there's now guys wanted in Philadelphia, New Jersey. I don't get it. But here's the funniest thing about the whole story. Apparently, he was not the target. This little 5'9", 140-pound dude was the target. How do you mistake a 6'5", 250-pound guy for a 5'9", 140
Yeah, I mean, if you believe that story, you're just.
or
There's no way. I mean, you can't. They're just coming out of the media down there. I mean, you gonna believe that stuff?
Or you know what? Now the greatest joke going on, no longer about the Polish guys changing the light bulb. It's going to be the Dominican Republicans changing the light bulb. How much does it take to change the light bulb?
Assassinate a Major League Baseball player?
Yeah. Oh my God,
jeez.
it is unbelievable. All right, we're moving on. Let's get right into our talk points. We're going to talk Women's World Cup. We're in the knockout round, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, loving it. So,
USA women, they win again.
Yeah, USA obviously is in the round of 16. They have a match upcoming with Spain.
Yep.
That is going to be on Monday at noon. And
Monday at noon. Take a day off. Have a few beers.
Yeah.
Have a few from Bentwater.
Yeah, Bentwater, sure. So Spain's not going to be an easy opponent. I mean,
Okay.
Spain's their trip so far through group play. They beat South Africa 3-1.
Okay.
Okay. Then they went on to lose to Germany 1-0. Not bad considering Germany's a powerhouse.
Right.
And then they ended up in a draw with China 0-0. So not a too shabby of a team. Here's the challenge. They beat Spain. They got to play the winner of Brazil and France, which right now is probably going to be France. France is the second most favorite team to win behind the U.S., which means in the quarterfinals, you're going to have the two top teams playing, which ideally you would like to see them in the finals or semis
sure.
or something like that. So having them play in the quarters is a little bit of a rough go there. So they got to get by Spain.
Yeah.
Then they got to get by what will likely be France. I'm predicting France over Brazil.
Okay.
And then they'll have to get by the likes of either England or the winner of this Norway-Australia game.
England's going to be tough.
England could be tough. And they'll play the winner of Australia-Norway, which is going on right now, and I believe that's in overtime, so we don't know the result of that one yet.
Okay.
Other side of the bracket, hands down, no questions, my prediction is Germany. Germany's going to get in there
Germans.
as a finalist. They'll play one of the teams we just mentioned, hopefully the U.S., but here's something. The German team right now is the only team in the World Cup, other than the U.S., that has not allowed a goal.
Oh, yeah, because the U.S. have not allowed a goal, right?
And
13-0,
neither has
4-0,
Germany.
and 3-0.
But here's the thing with Germany. They already won earlier today. They're already in the final 8.
Oh, so they already won the knockout round.
And they shut out Nigeria 3-0. So they have not allowed a goal now in 4 games.
Wow.
The U.S. hasn't allowed a goal in 3 games. So hopefully the U.S. will join that 4-game shutout streak and be right there with Germany. But German-U.S. right now is my prediction for the Women's Cup final.
Wow, all right. I like that. I'm with you on that one. All right. Yeah,
And then-
hey, by the
and
way,
then
if the Germans do upset the U.S., then apparently I'm told we have to go to Oktoberfest in Germany this year.
Hey, with our shirts off.
Oh, but I sure it's off.
So, but here's the thing with Germany. If Germany does pull off that win,
Yeah.
that will be pretty interesting because that will mean Germany and U.S. will both now have 3 World Cup titles.
Wow.
Whereas if the U.S. wins, the U.S. will be up 4-2.
4-2,
obviously.
okay.
So that'll be a great final. I would love that. That'll be a very historic final.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. It's a little NHL now. So the NHL had a big week this week, right? Besides the Stanley Cup was last week. This week they had the NHL awards, and the draft went on starting last night and then into today.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, I got a little DYK. Speaking of the awards, the Hart Trophy is given out to the MVP in the NHL, correct?
Yes.
Can you tell me the only Hart Trophy winner to play for two teams in the same year that he won the Hart Trophy?
No, I don't know that.
Jumbo Joe Thornton, remember?
Really?
The year he was
Wow.
traded from the Bruins, 2005,
the Sharks.
went to the Sharks. He won this the NHL's Hart Trophy that year.
Wow.
Jumbo
Pretty cool.
Joe. All right.
All right.
So what do you got? I know the Bruins
Well-
picked 30th, right?
Well, let's start with the awards.
Let's get to the awards.
Let's go to the awards first. So, Hart Trophy, which is the most valuable player in the NHL,
So
biggest
some
of the
Tampa
awards.
Bay dude, right?
Yeah, Kucherov from Tampa Bay.
Yeah. All right.
He's 25 years old, had 128 points, 41 goals,
And it's a non-factor in the playoffs.
87 assists, which, by the way, 128 points is the most points ever in the NHL by a Russian-born player.
Ah.
So that's a little DYK.
By the way, I believe his 87 assists was also the top ever for a wing.
Okay, all right, I'll go with that. So here's my DYK with this one. He was the second Tampa Bay player to ever win the Hart Trophy. Do you know who the other player was?
I do, but apparently the Bentwater guys have got to my mind, and I cannot remember.
Okay, Martin St. Louis.
Yes, okay.
2003-2004 season.
I remember that.
He won it. A couple other notables. The Vezina, that's a big one as well for the best goaltender.
Goalie, right?
Yeah, and that was also Vasilevsky's from Tampa Bay. So obviously they won the President's Trophy. They had the most points in the NHL this year. I know they got ousted in the first round. Not just ousted, but they got swept, right?
Correct.
By
Yes,
Columbus,
yes.
which was ridiculous. But
Yes.
those two guys definitely deserved it. The Selke Trophy, I think that's another big one. That's the best defensive forward. And that was Ryan O'Reilly from St. Louis, who clearly had a great series against the, which is why he won the Conn Smythe.
Right, right.
But he also wins the Selke Award. Don Sweeney gets GM of the Year.
Yes.
That's nice.
At least the Bruins got something.
Right, and Cassidy wasn't even in the final three.
No, that's
coach.
ridiculous.
I thought he should have been in the top three.
I will also say the other guy that coached in the finals, but Ruby got screwed too.
Yeah, he finished third.
But I think he should have won.
Right, well, because you take St. Louis to the right.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was dead last.
right after January, which brings me to the next one. So Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
So Rookie of the Year, the Calder Trophy.
Yes.
Went to Elias Peterson out of Vancouver, 20-year-old center, deservedly so. Who finished second? Bennington, the St. Louis Gold.
Oh.
Bennington
all right.
finished second as
Bennington
Rookie of the
second.
Year.
I
But
didn't
here's
know
the
that.
thing: Bennington's first NHL game was on January 7th. So the season starts early October.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
October,
so he
November.
basically
so
won
he's
it with
basically
his second half
a
performance.
year. Well, we didn't win. He came in second, but to come in second
right.
with that much, time in
Wow.
a year is pretty impressive. So I love Bennington. Bennington's
Can I make a quick prediction?
Sure.
Bennington's 15 minutes of fame are over. You'll never hear from him again after this year.
Okay.
But anyways, moving
All
on.
right,
Go ahead.
That's good. All right. So we go draft. You want to go draft?
Talk a little NHL
You want to do
draft,
NHL
yeah.
draft? All right. So we got some cool things going on with the draft here. So let's start off with just an overall summary. Team USA, the U18 Team USA.
Yeah.
Right. So these are kids that are 18 and under, coming basically out of high school.
So 2
Right.
years younger than me and Paul.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Right. They're in development programs. So they had 8 players drafted in the first round, which is an all-time record.
Okay.
And what's interesting is 7 of those 8 were in the top 15 picks.
7
of the 8 were in the top 15, and the only other one that wasn't was the Bruins pick, which we'll get to in a minute.
Yeah.
And 9 Americans overall taken in the first round. 14 Canadians led the first round in terms of picks, as they usually do. There were 4 Swedes and 3 Finnish players as well. But let's get into the actual picks. So you had the number 1 pick overall, which was Jack Hughes.
And my understanding is he's only the 8th American ever to be picked number 1.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep, that's absolutely right. And he played 50 games with Team USA U18, had 34 goals and a whopping 78 assists as a center
Really?
He's going to come right in and probably start with the New Jersey Devils. So he's taking number 1 overall, went to the Devils. He'll probably come right into that team. And,
Hey, by the way, speaking of the Devils, the big news of the day, PK Subban was traded to the Devils today. Did you hear that one?
Former Bruins farm.
No, the kid
Oh,
from the
PK.
PK.
Oh, PK. I was thinking
the
the goalie.
defenseman
Oh, right.
from
All right.
Canadians
Okay,
and with
right.
Nashville, right?
Okay. Yep.
So, wow.
Yeah, so the Devils are making some moves.
They're making progress.
But this kid, Jack Hughes, 5'10", 170.
Okay.
He can skate. He's shifty. Has a great presence on the ice. Can really see the ice. Great anticipation. But what I'd like to get into is some of the guys that got drafted we'll be seeing in our local cities next year playing for BU and BC. So there was one.
Yes, college hockey in
For
Boston.
those of you that love the college hockey scene, right?
Yes.
So next year you'll see Boston University will have
Beanpot.
a gentleman by the name of Trevor Zegras. He's a center.
Okay.
He was taken number 9 overall by the Ducks.
Yep.
He played in 60 games overall. He had 26 goals. He had 61 assists. He's 6 feet and he is 173 pounds. Lanky guy. Lanky for sure. And then we have 3 guys going to BC. Minnesota Wild. The Eagles, the BC Eagles. We got number 12 overall pick to the Minnesota Wild was Matthew Boltley, and he's a left winger. He's a big kid. 6'2", 196.
Ooh, 6'2", 196.
Played in 64 games, 33 goals, 48 assists, and also
Sniper. He's a sniper.
And he also played for Team USA U18. On that same Team USA, drafted number 13 right behind him by the Florida Panthers, Spencer Knight was the goalie for the U.S. team.
Spencer Knight.
6'4", 193, 33 games played. Check this out, 91.3 save percentage, 2.36 goals against. That's pretty impressive.
So he's pretty good.
He'll be with BC as well.
Wow.
And then finally, BC, number 16 overall, the Colorado Avalanche took Alex Newhook. He's a center. Played for the Victoria team in the British Columbia Hockey League. 5'11", 192. He got 53 games with 38 goals and 64 assists.
BC fans, we're going to
So-
Frozen 4. I predict it right now. Frozen 4 next year. That's my prediction.
3 first rounders committed to BC for next year.
Wow.
So that's great to see. The other thing I want to just point out, the biggest steal in the draft, he was a 6th ranked player going into the draft, and he went all the way, slipped down to 15 to the Montreal Canadiens, Cole Caulfield. He's a small kid. He's 5'7", 163.
Ooh, okay.
But he had 64 games. Check this out. 64 games, 72 goals.
Are you serious?
And 28 assists.
What positions he play?
He is a right winger.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's Torrey Krug size,
Right.
playing on the wing.
But you know that was Jack Hughes with his 78 assists. He was setting up him half the time, right? But he's great offensive player, obviously.
Okay.
Great in space,
All
great
right.
time in space, and has a good offensive presence. Also was on that same Team USA, and he's committed to Wisconsin.
Ooh, they're a tough
So,
hockey school
and
as
they
well.
are a tough hockey
Wisconsin
school.
is
Yeah.
a tough hockey school.
And then I'll wrap it up with the Bruins pick. They didn't pick till number 30. They went a little risky here. They picked the 41st ranked player at number 30.
He's a big dude, though, right?
He's a
6'3"?
big dude. He's 6'3", 212, and he's a center.
220?
212.
212.
212, that's
good
big
size.
for a center, right?
Yeah.
So
All right.
he can skate.
Much bigger than Craig Janney was.
Yeah, right. He's big. He can
Yeah.
skate. He's
Yeah, yeah.
fast. His
All right.
puck skills are a little weak. His offensive presence and anticipation and time and space are a little bit of a struggle for him. But
So
you know,
what does he bring to the table?
Well, he's fast. I mean,
okay.
he'll be a good defensive player, like a Ryan O'Reilly. He'll get back on defense. He'll be able to skate back down the ice.
I'm seeing another Kevin Stevens here.
So he's committed to Michigan.
Okay.
So he'll be in Michigan next year. So we got a Michigan and Wisconsin.
Wolverine.
Then we get some other plays. So it'll be fun. You know, for those of you who enjoy college hockey, next year it'll be really fun to see these these first round draft picks and where they end up, knowing they're committed to teams that obviously picked them coming out of this draft. So
Gotcha. Okay.
love the NHL, love the draft, and looking forward to next year already.
All right. NHL. We're still getting over our hangover the Bruins losing, right?
Yeah,
We haven't
yeah.
got over there yet. It's still painful. But all right. Hey, let's go on to the NBA. They also had a big week. They had their draft this week as well.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, speaking of the draft, I like this one. A little nugget for you. Kelly Olynyk, remember him? Played for the Celtics
Yep.
for a while. 7
Yep.
footer. drafted 14th. You're not going to believe who's drafted one pick after Kelly Olynyk.
After Olynyk, huh?
The next pick,
I don't know.
the Greek freak, Giannis,
Oh.
was one pick after Kelly
Wow.
Olynyk. So, my question to you, Danny Ainge, the rocket scientist behind this, the brain surgeon, the heart surgeon behind the Celtics drafting, right? He's been telling us since 2013 when we first traded Pearson and Garnett that we're building for a championship. Every year we put together a great team. He keeps getting these stockpiling these friggin' draft picks. I mean, how many first-round picks have we had for the last 7 years? He's like 40 of them,
He's
right?
always about the assets. We're building assets.
The
We're building
assets,
assets.
the assets. Supposedly
Pain
this is
in my
gonna be the
assets.
year. This is going to be the year.
Jesus.
Totally backfired on us.
Yeah.
And now it's going totally haywire. Apparently, Kyrie is gone. He's not going to resign with us. Al Horford's gone. He's not going to sign with us. Baines, the center, who I really like because he was a good piece for them, he's now been traded. I don't know where this team's gone. It's totally imploded at this point in time. And now the draft took place the other night.
So
I'm
two
not
questions
sure.
for you.
You give me.
Have they won a championship, and are they gonna win a championship
So-
anytime soon?
Good question. You know what? Because, now we're talking about them rebuilding. What are they rebuilding? They never won a championship, right? They seem like they've been rebuilding forever at this point in time. I don't know.
So
Hey,
no one know?
Yeah, no one knows, right?
All right.
Yeah, I'd say no one knows.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, as long as the Lakers world turns,
We've been doing that
yes.
every show for the last 6 weeks.
By the way, they finally made the trade, as we all know. They got Anthony Davis, which was another one of Danny Ainge's golden gems. He thought he was
Yep.
going to get Anthony Davis this year. That didn't happen. He's gone to the dreaded Lakers. But get this. The Lakers now have Anthony Davis as of July 6th. The trade's not even done yet. They have to wait till July
Yeah.
6th. They have LeBron, and they have 3 other clowns on the roster.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally have like a 5-team roster. The league requires you have 14 players under contract. They have 5. They have to have 9 when the rotation starts, when the game starts. I don't know what they're going to do. And by the way, they're already in a salary. How are you in a salary crunch dilemma with only 5 players on the roster? I don't get it. I don't get that. Oh my God. Anyways, but that's not a problem.
Maybe it's because Magic's not there running the operation anymore.
I think so. It must be magic. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, the draft happened the other night. You watch any of it?
I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Um,
Obviously, Zion was number 1.
I just can't believe Zion, at 18 years old, entering the NBA, all the hype in New Orleans, the big street parties they had down there. That was
Did you
fun
know?
for
Speaking of DYK, he was only born in 2000. I mean, we're sitting here, right? We were born a couple of years before 2000, you and I.
Yeah.
But he's going to be an NBA multimillionaire. He was just born in the year 2000. He's going to make $150 million in the next 5 years. He was born in 2000.
That's nuts.
It is unbelievable. Obviously, he was followed by Ja Morant. That was predicted. And then
Memphis, he
R.J.
went to
Barrett.
Memphis, right?
He
Yep.
went to Memphis. R.J. Barrett went to the Knicks.
Knicks.
Suppose he's going to be the Knicks' savior. I don't see it happening anytime soon, but good luck to you, R.J. You look like a pretty good player. I watched a bunch of your games. And then there's the Celtics once again. And we had 3 draft picks, and I just don't know what Danny did. All right, I like this kid, Romeo Langford, a guard they drafted 6'6" from the University of Indiana. Pretty good player. I think he'll make another good wing player. Now we have about 142 wings on our team, no centers and no point guards. So I think he'll be a decent player. Then they went out, they traded the 20th pick, they drafted 22, they traded with the Philadelphia Sixers, your rival. I don't know why you would do that, but okay. It worked out all right with Jason Tatum. They brought in this kid, Grant Williams from Tennessee. I like Grant, but the other kid I like better was Admiral Schofield from the University of Tennessee. So don't agree with that pick as much because Admiral was still on the board. But what really amazed me in that draft was the University of North Carolina kid, Cameron Johnson. He was not predicted to be in the top 20 picks. He went number 11. His own teammate, who was drafted 6th, I believe it was, Kobe White, was sitting there, like you and I right now, in front of the press, answering questions. And they, hey, Kobe, what do you think about Cam being drafted 11th? And he even said, what? What? Like he didn't believe it. So who knows? So my thoughts, real quick, on the NBA.
Yeah.
I think the winners, believe it or not, is the Pelicans. I think Zion's the real deal. I think they got a steal with the trade they made with the Atlantic Hawks to get this kid from Texas, Jason, I forget his last name, but he's a lanky kid, should make the team. And they got a pretty decent wing player as well in the 17th pick. So I think they'll be all right. I think they're going to make the playoffs.
Lakers, Pelicans, Western Conference Final next year?
Not quite that. I don't know. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the Pelicans do play better than the Lakers. And I got one other thing for you. Al Horford. Now that he's gone for the Celtics, the perfect landing spot for him would be the Pelicans.
Okay.
That's my prediction. Hey, speaking of Lakers, I got to tell you one little fun fact for them, right? I can't even believe this about the Lakers. Over the last 5 years, they have had the 7th 2 draft picks. None of them with the team anymore.
Wow.
Go figure, right? All right. Moving on from the NBA, we got a little bit of a fun thing for you this week. 3 sport cities. So cities that have 3 major league sports. We're not going to include soccer and any of the other things. It's NBA, NHL, as we just talked about, NFL, which we love, and of course MLB. So you brought this up a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I mean, you first got to look at the cities that qualify.
I had a hard time
right?
thinking about it because I'm
Right.
like, who has only 3 sports? I
Yeah.
could think of like
The-
San Fran's one, right?
Well, not really, because San Fran. No, Oakland is one. Because Golden State plays in Oakland.
Okay.
So you got
all
Golden
right.
State, you got the
All right.
Oakland A's, you got the Oakland Raiders, who are soon getting ready to leave.
Cleveland.
I would put Cleveland's another one.
All right.
So you got
Houston?
the Cavaliers, you got the Indians, and you got the Cavaliers, Indians,
Browns.
and Browns, right? Which in the future might be good, but they're certainly not there. Houston, you could consider that. You got the Rockets,
Yes.
you got the Astros,
right.
and you have the Texans.
Oh,
The
Texans, correct, right.
Texas has made the playoffs a few times. Rockets are pretty
Okay.
good,
All right.
right? I mean, Astros, they're pretty good. Like that could be one of the.
So
to me,
who else is there?
Tampa. Tampa's got the Buccaneers. They got the Lightning, and they have
The Rays.
The Rays.
Okay. Yeah.
That's another one. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got the Steelers.
They got no basketball.
They got the Steelers. They
I
got
had
the
fun with that one. I was out to
Penguins.
Pittsburgh one time to see the Red
and
Sox.
if you look at the last 10 years, I mean that could be the winner.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh. Penguins won a couple Stanley Cups.
Right.
Steelers won a Super Bowl here or there. The Pirates.
Pittsburgh,
Pirates struggle
okay,
a little bit,
okay.
but that could be one of them.
All right.
What other cities are there besides that? Those are the ones that come to mind initially for me.
You know, initially when you first talked about the subject, I said Baltimore, but the Capitals are not in Baltimore, right? So
No,
they only have
Washington,
2 sports
right,
teams.
Washington has 4 sports
And-
teams.
and
right.
Washington
Baltimore
has
only
4,
2.
right?
Right. There's a lot of 2-sport teams too.
There
Like
are.
the
Kansas City, yeah.
Right. You got
Yeah.
the Royals and the Chiefs. But out of 3 sports teams, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Houston.
I would agree with you. I mean, well, you know what?
With the
I
Astros,
forgot about
Rockets-
Pittsburgh, so Pittsburgh's pretty damn
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah, I think it's Pittsburgh and Houston right now.
Let me ask you a question. Who has the most world championships of those sports cities?
Probably Pittsburgh.
I'm thinking Pittsburgh. I mean, they got
the
6 Super
Pirates.
Bowls,
did
right?
the Pirates won a couple
The
of World
Pirates got
Series
like
back in the
4, I think 4 or
70s.
5 World Series. And the Penguins obviously have a bunch of Stanley Cups, right? They got like
and
4
yeah,
of these,
you'd
right?
have to go all time. You'd have to go Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I
all
would think
time.
so. All right.
But right now, I may go Houston.
Houston. All right, Houston, we have landed. Okay. By the way, speaking of landing, we're coming to the end. Any final thoughts? We have any upcoming road shows?
Well, we got to thank Cindy Newell, the owner of
How do we get? Look at this place. It's colossal. Come on down to Greenwood. This place is colossal. They have great selections, great prices. I know you drinkers love to have great prices, right? Come on down.
Yeah, so we got to thank her. And then we have no planned road shows coming up right now, so next week we'll be coming to you live from Dill Ricka's PB&Z basement.
And we're going to be talking a little New York stuff because you know what? The Red Sox are playing the Yankees in
in
London next week.
Yeah.
All right.
London
All right.
Calling. We'll play some Clash maybe
Okay.
in the background. Oh, we can't do that. It's YouTube.
Yeah.
So other than that, I think we're ready to rock and roll and wrap up. So thank you, Bentwater, for hooking us up with all these various IPAs that we're going to sample some more of. We're gonna we briefed at Fangs next door. We did our show last week, so
Love
we're
the
gonna
guys
head
at
back
Fangs.
there
Ryan,
for
you
a
get the best
post game.
place.
And we're rocking, we're rolling, and we're putting another one in the books.
All right. This
Good
is
job,
your
Z.
chaos.
All right.
Take care.